Hello and welcome back. My name is Holly if you are new here, and since today is July 2nd, that is like the middle of the year, which is crazy. I know, I feel like everyone always says it's crazy. Time passes by so fast, but it's July, which I cannot wrap my mind around. But I figured this would be a good time to kind of check back in with the goals that I set at the beginning of the year and also just fully update my reading journal. So let's dive right into it. First things first, here's my reading journal. So cute. If you've been watching my channel, this is not new to you, but I have all of my goals here. My goals were read 50 books, read 2 classics, read 2 nonfiction, and complete my physical TBR, which I consider my physical TBR all the books that I bought prior to this year. I hope that makes sense. Currently, I have completed none of those. I have read 41 books though, so I am very close to meeting my reading goal. I'm really excited to see how many books I'm going to read this year, because last year I think I read just over 50, which is why I made my goal 50 again. I am a teacher, if you did not know, so it can be pretty hectic during the school year to try and find time to read, but I was very successful the first half of this year, but I will be transitioning to a new position in the fall, so I kind of wanted to just give myself that bit of grace, a little buffer, if you will, with my reading goal. On Goodreads and Fable, I did actually change it to 60 books because I just did. I'm already at over 40 books. So next we have the 10 books that I want to read in 2025. So I've read The Ministry of Time, Rebel Witch, Sunrise on the Reaping, Daughter of No Worlds, and Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, which means I have 5 out of 10 done. That was pretty perfect for halfway through the year. I am very proud of myself. Did not plan for that to happen, but I still need to read The Atlas Six, The Nightingale, Little Women, Persuasion, and This Is How You Lose the Time War. Of those 5, I only need Little Women and This Is How You Lose the Time War. I own the other 3, so should be pretty easy. Here is my book tracker. As you can see, I've almost completed my goal, but that is why I left space down here so I can add more boxes. I'm probably going to run out of room, to be honest. That's a good problem to have though. I did not anticipate reading as much as I have. On this page, we have just like my daily Did You Read tracker. And I just want to say, March and June, I read every single day of the month. The rest of the months were not terrible. I think April was my worst month, which if you have been following along with some of my videos, you'll know I was kind of in a slump, like a life slump, more so than a book slump. It was just end of the year, burnout, crazy time, so I didn't get much reading done, but that's what we're looking like there. Okay, so I have my Reading the Rainbow tracker over here, and the way I'm doing it is I'm only counting it if I physically own the book. So for example, I own Sunrise on the Reaping, which is a purple cover, and I read it this year, so that counts for the purple. What I'm going to do eventually at some point is figure out a way to print the covers, like little mini cover stickers, so I can put them on there, because I think that would be cooler than me just writing the titles in, but I have written the titles in for what I finished, so I'm just over halfway. I still need a red cover, orange, pink, and gray or white. That one is open. My book bingo, this was probably the most fun that I had last year with my reading journal, so I'm very excited about it this year as well. I actually don't even have a single bingo yet. That's kind of crazy. I mean, I have a lot checked off, but just not 5 in a row. So I have read a debut. What was the debut that I read? No clue. I actually don't remember. I thought about writing down all the titles, but I didn't do that. So I'm just going to rapid fire tell you what I have and then what I still need. I have a debut reread, a book over 600 pages, a DNF, a new 2025 release, one-word title, villain main character, finished in a day, 5 or more words in the title, a new author to me, finish a series, bought last year, a number in the title, fully annotate, and under 300 pages. So in order to complete, I do it blackout style, not just a bingo, by the way, so I do want to get to all of these. These are the ones I still need. Published or set in 1999, because that's the year I was born, a holiday setting, made me cry, a second chance author, library book. I have read several library books, but the way I'm doing it, again, I'm only going to count it if it's physically checked out from the library, not just like borrowed on Libby. I don't know why I decided to make it that way, but I guess I just wanted to make it hard for myself. Holly as a character or author, 5-star read. I haven't had a 5-star this year. I am very hesitant to give out 5 stars, I'll be honest. I don't know what it is. I feel like for me, a 5-star has to fundamentally change my life, which I understand that that's a little excessive. That's a lot. So I've had so many 4.5 stars, which honestly, some of those probably should be 5 stars. I'm just anal about it. A memoir and a classic, which when I read either Persuasion or Little Women, that'll count as the classic. Here I have my It's a Good Day to Finish a Book, where I just mark every single day that I actually completed a book. And I have my like 2025 at a glance. So it has all of every single book that I've read this year. I have it color coded for genre, pages, and rating. And I love looking at this. I think it's so cool. But again, I think I might run out of space, but I did intentionally leave room for an extra row. So I don't know. I mean, I'm halfway through the year and I'm well over halfway through the boxes that I made. So I might be able to continue it. Like I have space here in each one. So we'll see. Oh, I didn't finish this page. I added more quotes. I added 4 more quotes. And I need to just go back and add the color because I just did it in pen and then I was letting the pen dry. So I need to go back and color those in. Then on my A to Z reading challenge, I got to add J for Just the Nicest Couple and Z for 0 days. So those are 2 hard letters out of the way. Okay, so those are all of my yearly spreads. Now let's jump to my monthlies. If you are wanting to see any of my monthly spreads, I have so many videos on my channel about it already, and I'm not going to go over the ones that I've already explicitly done on my channel. Specifically, the April and May pages are on my solo summer diary. I'm pretty sure. I'll put it up here, whatever it is. This is the spread I did for June. I think it's adorable. Yes, I copied it off Pinterest. That's just what I do. Moving on. My wrap up, this is the exact same format that I've been doing all year long. It just has all of the cool stats that I like to know, and I also use this page when I'm filming my monthly wrap ups, which I don't really do them monthly. I've been doing like 2 months at a time, and that's also what I'll be doing. I'll post one in August for like my summer reads of June and July, so be on the lookout for that. And then you'll notice I normally have this page on this side and something else on this side. Let me see if I can. This is what I've normally done. I've had the calendar here and the pages per day over here. Well, I've realized that it is just too much to expect myself to keep track of how many pages I read every single day. I mean, it's really not that hard. I just need to remember to do it. And the problem is sometimes I don't think about it until the end of the day, and then I don't want to like get up and figure out what page I'm on, like if the book's in another room. I know. Or I just forget. So I've decided to take that stress off my plate because why am I stressing out about that? But I still have this. And this page right here is going to be my book club page, which I did not go to book club this month because I was on vacation when they had it. So this one is actually just gonna stay blank. Womp womp. That is all of my reading journal update. As far as just like life goals, because those are all of my book goals, obviously the only one that I'm really close to achieving is reading 50 books. I would say I'm pretty close to finishing my physical TBR. Okay, I only have 2 books left on my physical TBR, so that's awesome. And again, my physical TBR, I'm calling all of the books that I bought prior to 2025. I do have a lot of books, all of my book of the month books actually that I've gotten in 2025 are unread, but I'm saving them for a video. So, but even if I were to include the books for this year, that like just all of my physical TBR, it's still only 9 books on my physical TBR. Yeah, so doing pretty good there. I just didn't want to, like the whole reason that I included that is because I didn't want to get too far down the road without having read some of the books that I bought. Like I don't want my taste to change before I get to a book. And I also just like having all of the books read, actually. Like I don't want a whole shelf of books that I've never read before. And yeah, as far as like life goals, I don't really like set goals for myself. I did do a vision board for this year, which I like doing that because it's like it helps me to romanticize my year, and just like I really like picking very mundane ideas. So like just I have a picture of a book and coffee, so it's just like enjoying my morning coffee while reading a book, or it has a Bible with a lot of highlighting in it, or someone like on vacation at the beach or something like that. So as far as those go, I'm doing great. I'm back in the gym, all that stuff. So at the end of the year, I am gonna do one of those, like my vision board versus reality or whatever, and like post what I put on my vision board and then what I actually, like the pictures that I took, to see how closely they were aligned, and I'm really excited about that. I feel like I am pretty consistent with my Bible study right now. That I go through like seasons, so like there are times when I'm doing it every single day, like now, and then there are times where I go weeks without touching it. So that's just something that I need to stay consistent with and that needs to stay present in my mind. Also, working out. Again, that is something that I'm either really good at it or not going to the gym at all. Last week I went Monday through Friday, and this week I am on track to go 4 times because Friday's 4th of July and my gym is closed. But next week I'm planning to get 5 days. My goal is 3, minimum 3. Would I like 4? Yes. And for the school year, 4 is my goal, because I really want to work out before going to school, because when I wait and go after work, I am exhausted, my stomach hurts, I don't have the energy, and it's not as good of a workout. And I also love the way I feel after a morning workout. Like there's something specific about it where I'm like, I don't know if it's like a superiority thing where I'm like, I already worked out today. Like it's only 9 a.m. and I've already been up for hours. I've already like done all this stuff. I don't know what it is, but I do feel just so much better about myself and just like in general when I go in the morning. So I should be able to go probably like Tuesday through Friday during the school year, because Mondays is my coffee date with a friend, and I refuse to give that up. So 4 days a week is the goal there. Oh, as far as like YouTube goes, I wanted to do a video a week basically, and I know that like that's just an arbitrary goal that I set for myself, because first and foremost, this is a hobby. I'm not getting any money off of this, so like it doesn't matter if I post or not. This is just what I like to do. But I do want to like stay consistent with it because it is a hobby of mine now and I'm really enjoying it. So I have a pretty good schedule for the rest of this summer. When school starts back up, I am going to have a lot of grace with myself because that is my priority and I do get paid going to work. So if it, if life just gets crazy and I can't pick up the camera, I don't have time to edit, then I won't, and it'll be okay. So I feel like that's good growth, because at the beginning of this year, for some reason, I was really stressing about it. And I was like, I gotta get videos posted. For who? All 27 of the people that watch these videos? Okay. But yeah. So, oh, my other goal was to take more pictures. I'm doing okay. And to scrapbook more. I have actually been scrapbooking and I am loving it. I really want to go and get a lot more scrapbooking supplies, because right now it's more of just like a photo album. Like I'm just putting pictures in and not much else. So I want to get like the pretty scrapbooking paper and like stickers and stuff. And I'm also just recently am starting to save like movie tickets and things like that, like physical things, to also put in the scrapbook. It's hard because I feel like everything is digital now, so I don't really get a lot of physical proof that we did something. Like we're going to a concert in September. We don't have physical tickets for that. I'm pretty sure I could find a way to get physical tickets, but like it's not going to be on the ticket paper. It's just going to be like I printed them out. I don't know. So that's a little bit like frustrating, but I'm gonna try to get creative with how I find or how I make my physical mementos. That's my plan. That is where we're at, halfway through 2025. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope it was a good reminder for you to check in with your goals, or, you know, just not because it's like something that you need to stress about or pressure over, but it's just really nice to have like a physical, like a time where you stop and you're like, okay, let me actually look at where my life is going, what I'm doing, what my priorities are, and just make sure that you are focusing on what you want to be focusing on, you know? So obviously all of the things that I set goals on are really important to me. So I just wanted to make sure that I am locked in on those goals and, you know, making my way towards becoming the person that I want to be. So with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like the video, comment down any of your thoughts, and make sure that you are subscribed so that I can see you in the next one. Mwah! Bye.